Wherefore, holy brethren of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and the high priest of our profession, Christ Jesus, who is faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses was faithful in all his house. For this man was counted worthy of the glory than Moses, insomuch that he hath builded the house, and hath more honor than the actual house. For every house is builded by some man, but he that built all things is God. And Moses verily was faithful in all his house as a servant for a testimony of those things which were spoken, to be spoken after. But Christ is the Son over his house, whose house we are. We hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope firm unto the end. A testimony of things which were to be spoken about later on. That's in Hebrews. Now we know he says, I will show mercy unto the thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Does Jesus not tell us this? And then it goes on and it lays out the commandments, including the Sabbath day. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And we know in Corinthians, Paul also says, Death reigned until Moses. What happened in the time of Moses, where death was no longer reigning over the race of people? Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you that his fear may be before your faces, and that you sin not. Then over in Exodus 16, before we got those commandments in Exodus 20, says, Then the Lord said to Moses, Behold, I am about to rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a day's portion every day, that I may test them whether they will walk in my law or not. Who is our daily bread? Jesus says, I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats of this bread will live forever, and the bread that I will give for the life of the world is my flesh. And in John, Jesus says, And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said to me, so I speak. So the Father's commandments are life everlasting. And where do we find those commandments? Not only where Jesus repeated them to the people in the New Testament, but they came through Moses from God, literally written by the finger of God. So you must remember, death reigned from Adam until Moses, even over all of them that did not sin the same sin as Adam. What happened during Moses' time? God gave his commandments. And then he sent down the bread, his son, to test everyone to find out whether or not they would keep his commandments and law or not. So no matter how you twist it, the word is a word. From Genesis all the way until Revelations, the word is a word.